closed, and as a computer scientist, I wish it was open so I could, modify and write my own programs in any language I felt like. I don't think that would hurt Apple and make the system bad and not work well together. But the reason I say it's the best products in the world is I use them all. I try to buy every gadget, every type of smartphone I can and compare. And I know that a BlackBerry can do all the things that an iPhone does because I've had one and I've used it. And I've watched a lot of other people use them, and they're very efficient at it in time. But I have to keep remembering steps, and it's never pretty and beautiful. And on the iPhone, it's just always easy to follow, and I feel like somehow this is the one I would want to own. It's just more precious. It's something you showed other people if it was clothing you were wearing. I don't know if that'll always be the case, but right now I have more trouble on the Android phones, except for voice. I like to talk to my phones. I was a computer scientist where everything is structure, structure, structure. I don't like going in and tapping buttons and going all over the place and following structures to get things done on my computer. If I can just speak a message, email Janet, I'm on stage right now, period. And send an email. Or I can say, navigate to MSU, and it starts navigating me. The Android will do that. They built voice into the operating system, and Apple, we're still waiting. Apple, I can go, I'd like reservations with Chris for 8 people at 4 p.m., and it's done. So I like talking and not having, because I don't have to worry about spelling errors. I don't have to worry about what I even be in a certain application to do it. I just want to speak, press a button and speak it. So I'm hoping that my iPod Watch someday I can just very quickly speak a lot of questions. What are the 5 largest lakes in Michigan? And give the answer that easy. So I'm hoping for that day when radio's built.
What are your thoughts on DRM and the DCMA and things like that, and its impact on modern teachers, takers, and makers and such?
My thoughts on DRM and DCMA, and its effect on hackers. Well,
hackers, teachers.
Well, hackers are basically where I came from in life, trying to explore systems to figure out how they work. Download code, not destroy stuff, not a bad hacker that wants to hurt people and destroy things. On the other hand, I have a lot of friends who are designers of stuff. That's creative art. I have a lot of friends who are musicians, and they don't like when they create something. If they give it away and say, "I'll give it away as long as you don't copy it," and everybody breaks their word, and just copies it for free. It's really hurt them, their revenue sources quite a bit. Even very large, well-known musicians, their royalties are just dropped to nothing because of all this. Well, it has to. I'm sorry, it's a new world, and we're going to transmit songs digitally with little tiny electrons that take nothing to get them from here to there. And we don't have to build big, expensive CDs anymore. So get with it. And the music industry fought it. They should have got with it from the start. Apple had the right idea. Apple has a DRM. Sure, it's not uncrackable, but it's decent enough that an awful lot of people, these people who can afford and have the money and older are honest. I know too many older people with a ton of money that still steal their music. But it's so easy to select a song. Look how easy it is. Select the song. Now it's on my computer, and it's on every one of my iPhones and iPods and whatever else, my iPad. So it's just too easy. And I could gift the song to somebody else. I got all the beautiful options in my mind, and it does go through DRM. And the songs that come aren't even usually protected anymore. So I can just email it to my son if I want it. You got to hear this. I think that's a valid, use. I was careful in my life never to ever download music for free, not pay for it. I was very, very careful because I wanted to be, even though I believed in it, I wanted to be on the good, safe side if I ever speak about it. I only did it twice for 2 songs. One of them, my son had gone off to Boston for a summer program during high school, and I wanted to send him a couple of Boston songs I thought of. Please Come to Boston and MTA. And I couldn't find anywhere on the internet that you could buy them. I want to buy it, So I just sent them to him and bought the CDs at the store later, which was kind of honest. So my thoughts are, well, it's just a new world. You can't really stop what's happening. I think of books. Are books going to all be purloined and gotten for free? Textbooks, you should have every textbook in every college course. It should be on your iPad. They're resisting, the publishing industry resists it because they've got a sales model right now that doesn't go that way. But I'm thinking someday you'll have all your books that way over from the cloud or whatever. The question I have too is, if we're speaking to our phones, are we going to have letters anymore? 1,000 years from now, are we going to be writing? I don't know. Yeah.
Do you still write code today or design chips or whatever?
Right. Do I still write code today? I do not write in today's programming languages. I didn't have time to keep up with it because I'm too nice a guy and I answer my phone and I answer my email. And life caught up to me at a certain point in time that I couldn't really learn the languages. But I do sit down once in a while, yes, and I have a puzzle or something on my computer I just want to write a script for. So I use Apple script programming languages, and sometimes I use C when I need it fast to really solve a difficult puzzle. It's just one of my favorite things to do in life, games and puzzles. And basically I encourage it. Another thing, when I was a programmer and a hardware, primarily a hardware engineer, but I wrote my software like it was hardware. And the biggest thing that I get in life is not if somebody says, oh my gosh, you brought these great machines into our life. Doesn't mean anything to me compared to the one guy that comes and says, I looked at your circuit. How did you think of designing it that way? I looked at your code. My God, that was incredible how it was configured. That's what means the most to me. But I used my head so tight for a couple decades of my life, thinking out all these little tiny things and getting them so perfect as an artist does. And I knew that you can't put that much energy into your work for your entire life. You do it when you're young. When you're older, you got to find something simple like being a manager. So the type of engineer I was didn't fit with it.
I was going off, you like to speak into your phone. I really like natural languages and how that works with computer programming. So what do you think about like keyboards and mouses becoming obsolete?
Keyboards and mouses becoming obsolete.
Is it possible?
Not in the near future, but I think that for the mobile, we're already on a trend towards mobile, which is already, what is your keyboard mobile? It's your fingers, Would it go away? It already's gone away for me. I look at what I like to do. And I just found, I remember what the different things my phones can do. And one phone can do one thing, a different phone can do others. But I grab the phone and can do it by voice all the time. And I just speak it. And I skip the keyboard a lot. And I also like, on Android, you can always skip the keyboard with voice or just swiping. Swiping's kind of fun. If you know what that is, where you run your finger over every letter of a word and print the word. Yes?
What's your take